8, 9, 10. Oh, hey guys. I was just exercising. It makes me strong. And who wouldn't want to be stronger? But it's important to be strong in many ways, not just physically. In fact, Ephesians 6:10 says we should be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. One way we can grow strong in the Lord is to memorize God's word. So do you know what time it is? That's right. Time for our memory verse. Ready? Psalm 40, verse 5. Many, O Lord my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to usward, they cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered. Psalm 40, verse 5. Let's say it again so we can really get it stuck in our brains. Psalm 40, verse 5. Many, O Lord my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to usward, they cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered. Psalm 40, verse 5. Because of God's wonderful works and how much he loves us, we know that we can trust him. Trusting God is like an exercise. The more we trust him, the stronger our faith and trust for him will grow. You'll see the perfect example of that in our Bible story today. Let's pick up right where we left off last week. You did watch last week's video, right? If you didn't, pause this one and go watch the last one first. Then come back to this one when you're done. Jesus had just been teaching, healing, and feeding crowds of people by the Sea of Galilee. It was getting late in the day, so Jesus told his disciples to get into the boat and go to the other side of the sea. Jesus sent the crowds away and went up on a mountain to have time alone to pray. That evening, as the disciples' boat was far from shore, the wind blew and the waves tossed around. They were sailing in another storm, except this time, Jesus wasn't on the boat with them. He was still on the mountain praying. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning when Jesus came walking on the sea toward the boat. "It's a ghost!" the disciples cried. They were terrified. They didn't know it was Jesus whom they saw walking on the sea. "Have courage, it's me!" Jesus shouted to them from the water. "Don't be afraid." Peter answered, "Lord, if it is really you, tell me to come to you on the water." So Jesus told Peter, "Come!" Peter got out of the boat and started walking on the water toward Jesus. But when Peter saw how strongly the wind was blowing, he was afraid. Peter began to sink. "Lord, save me!" he cried. Jesus reached out his hand and grabbed Peter. Jesus said, "You have little faith. Why did you doubt?" Jesus and Peter both got into the boat and the wind stopped. Everyone in the boat began to worship Jesus, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." Jesus did not delay in saving Peter when he cried out for help. He didn't say, "Sorry, Pete, you have to swim back to the boat." No, Jesus saved him right away. Jesus wasn't angry that Peter doubted, but he wanted Peter to have more faith. When they got back in the boat, Jesus calmed the storm and all the disciples worshiped Jesus. If Jesus were to ask you to walk on water, would you have enough faith to trust him? It can be hard to have faith, but just like our bodies, we can strengthen our faith. You see, the more weights I lift, the stronger I become. If I keep lifting only small weights, my muscles won't grow any stronger. It's the same with faith. If I want my faith to grow strong, I have to keep trusting God, and my faith will begin to grow stronger. Look for opportunities this week to exercise your faith. You won't regret it.